And you will make that new line, but you need your body to move with the bike up that. We'll do 3 sprints to start the day.
Sure.
All right, line it up. Smooth and consistent. Whenever you're ready, I'll start the timer. 50.
Yeah.
150.4. Where were your mistakes? You where?
Over there. Few of them.
In the corners. Maybe you shift your hips over. Maybe you look further ahead. Is that the sun? Great.
Maybe.
Smoother.
Maybe everything.
All of it.
No.
All right, let's see another one. .143. I think that's your fastest. I was set 7 seconds better than your first lap.
Yeah.
Rolling the throttle on earlier. It seemed like you had 1 acceleration versus a couple. I think you could improve by using your front brake more.
Yeah.
I see you stab the back brake and the bike kind of pushes. Do you feel that? Like coming off the 2-track into the left, your bike is pushing rather than diving. And so if you use your back brake the same amount but add more front, you'll get that dive with the slowdown.
Be able to come in faster.
Yeah, carry more momentum, get the front tire to grab better.
Yeah.
So fighting that balance of too much front brake is the tuck.
Could probably make up half a second or a second in the rockier corner.
Yeah, in every corner. We are running a rutted turn track. Working on keeping an evenly balanced bike, utilizing the brakes, the throttle to do that. Oh, first mistake, reset. You're too far back on the bike and that front pushed. Reset. Water brake. Key in that timing of your throttle is so important. When you hesitate, the bike's rolling out of the rut, and when it's rolling on too early, it pushes out of the rut, and then you have to clutch to hold yourself in. And when you're rolling on too late, you're falling inside. And I know you said smooth helps, but time that throttle, 1 smooth acceleration, pull yourself out of the rut. Far enough forward so you have the ability to accelerate, the opportunity to accelerate. If you're hanging on to the back of the bike, you will always hesitate and clutch and throttle chop. Regrip the hands, ride the front of the bike, anticipate the acceleration. Leaning the bike, my inner hand, and I'm standing on the outer foot to counterbalance it. Looking ahead, finding a chance to breathe. Eyes up, eyes up! These silty ruts are hard. We're getting better at them. Then we'll go back to the stopwatch and see how much faster we are. Regrip, regrip! I was actually impressed. A few of them you did the no dabs. You fight that exit. I think you need to look out to the next turn to straighten the bike out.
Yeah,
another thing.
Like I have to look at this more like.
Yeah, intentional. I'm looking at the grain of dirt I'm running over out there.
I'm looking too close.
Yeah. Something else with these, as they form silt and that hard edge, I actually counter steer into them a little bit. Like when it's pulling me up, you counter steer into it, it'll drop you back into it.
Huh.
Like turn the bars into the rut. Yeah, you want to drag the front brake. Yeah, you want smooth throttle while doing so. But if you start fighting that rut, climbing a hill, fighting the rut, turn into it, it brings you right back to the middle of the rut.
Okay.
I don't know how it'll work. Should we try it backwards? See if the ruts end up forming better?
Sure.
Let's try it backwards.
Where should I be standing and sitting in the rut?
I'm standing as I lean the bike, as I brake, and I will sit just as I want to accelerate. The center of the corner, the apex of the turn, whatever that verbiage may be. But I stand to slow down, and I sit when I speed up.
Okay.
You got it. Woo! When your hands are gripped down like that, the rocks can just rip the bars right out of your hands. As you re-grip your hands and build that strong triangle over the front tire, maybe someone would call that elbows up. My elbows are up and I have that strong triangle over my front tire. And no rock, no silt, no person can take those handlebars out of my hands. That stems from my shoulders being forward over the bars, my hands being gripped up high, pushing down, not pulling. You should be pushed by the bike and weightless in the hands. And that is why my elbows are up. I'm not pulling myself forward. I'm pushing from the feet. Eyes up, eyes up! No, coming out of that corner, you are trying to pull the front end around, and I see your chest upright and come back, and the front slides and pushes. And then you have to clutch because you're falling off the back. You need the bike to stop. Try to truly lunge your body up that hill as you accelerate. Your body will move with the bike, and you will make that new line. But you need your body to move with the bike up that. Like a true jump lunge.
Yeah.
So before you'd try to pull the front end, his chest would come back, the bike would start to slide, his body was falling backwards, and he would have to clutch and come to a stop and be stuck. When he can look ahead, push from his feet and lunge through that acceleration, you end up moving with the bike. Not only is it efficient, not only are you in control, not only are you getting traction and minimizing mistakes, you know, you're just adding time, wasting less energy. I'd still re-grip those hands. I'm pushing down on these outer pads. Using both brakes together, front brake to control your corners, to control that front tire, to put the bike where you want it, the rear brake to control your speed. When the front starts to knife, adding in the rear. If the rear is pushing and overloading the front, continuing to add more front. Working on that front to back balance through acceleration, but also through braking. As you get comfortable braking, you will accelerate naturally into these sections. Making sure to get that clutch out, get the bike moving. I never want to see someone stuck with a running dirt bike. That just means they pulled the clutch in. And if you stall, maybe I could say give it more gas or downshift, let the clutch out less. But the biggest thing people see is people stuck with a running dirt bike. And it drives me nuts.
Made it.
Yeah, when it's intentional, you do it real well. But it's just forcing that lunge. Your smoother brakes are holding you in the rut as you enter. Your smoother throttles keeping you in the rut through the exit.
When I'm in one, I have to look to the next. Like especially this one, I have to look at that one.
Look out to that
instead
one.
of looking in.
So now the question is, now that you got your control from technique and braking and yada yada yada, how do you do it faster?
Is the throttle more?
How are you going to twist the throttle more? Lean more. Yeah, as you want to go faster, that dynamic side is you're going to have to start to lean more and almost find that I'm falling inside feeling, so then you can gas more.
Yep.
Lean, gas, look ahead, breathe. Should we go back the original way for just like 2 or 3 and then do the full lap sprint again?
Sure.
All right. We are working in sections because Kian is actually very fast through the faster sections, through the rocks, through the jumps. Eyes up, eyes up! So he's got all the rocky, technical off-road skills down. He actually is faster in the segments than many others. But when it gets rutted and twisty, the times fall apart, the energy is wasted, and then that just snowballs into the next section that he's typically good at. And as we've been getting better and better at these ruts, he's also carrying more and more momentum into the obstacles he was good at. He's just getting better and better. Wow, that was a great turn, Kian. These ruts are getting a sharp edge on them and they're hard to ride. So we'll go back to the full lap again. We'll see how much his time has improved. Then we'll go back out on the trail, test those skills, maybe do some figure eights, some wheelie drills. We're really trying to improve the consistency as he has a race coming up, his very first race. So not only improving speed, improving efficiency, improving consistency, and all those have to be made from technique, from control. He's got his heels down, his hinge in the hips, his shoulders forward. He's keeping that bike moving. The biggest piece of racing, keeping the bike moving.
Decent.
Those are pretty good, dude. How did it feel?
Good.
Yeah, better.
I mean, there's a couple times where it was kind of...
That's where I want the hands regripped. Your hands are still pretty low and that head wants to shake. If you regrip your hands up, you'll build that.
So, like this? Just
yeah, but it's once you
like this for sitting?
Yeah.
And then for standing, you go up like this?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something I don't really do. I don't.
Yeah, getting that true regrip. And that'll build that triangle and stability over the front tire. But your turns looked a lot better and hopefully feel better.
Yeah.
You're keeping the bike moving at a better pace.
More consistent.
Yeah, way more consistent. You ready for your sprint?
Just about.
Just about. All right, whenever you're ready. There are so many turns in a race, so many opportunities to gain time or lose time, to use energy or gain energy. At the apex of the turn, not only do I transition from braking to accelerating, from scanning to looking out, I also inhale and exhale on that moment as if I was a lifter in the gym. Find a chance to breathe. Find a chance to reset every single turn.
Ruts now?
You getting faster?
Yeah.
I'm putting that one on YouTube.
Oh yeah?
Yep. All right, Kian, 140, your best time yet. We'll keep improving.
Yep. I still have what, 2 more sprints?
At least 2.
What?
At least 2.
Yeah.
Turns get better, your hills will be better, your rocks will be better, your confidence on the bike will be better. And Kian needs to stand longer. He sat way too early there. But he's getting faster, getting better. And yeah, as your turns improve, your control, your efficiency, your consistency, you will turn and make it up the rock ledge and turn and make it up the hill. Technical skills are very, very important. But we also need to be able to keep the bike moving and keep your body moving with it effortlessly. Kian's goal today is to get ready for the race. Every lesson is tailored to your goals, goals can of course change. Here now. 141.
Yeah.
It was lazy at the end.
I messed up and over there.
Yeah, and you snowballed a mess up from over there all the way to the end.
I what? All the way to the end?
You snowballed that. You made a mistake way back here, and you carried that laziness all the way to the end.
I was still smooth at least.
I know, but you gotta reset, keep your intensity.
Yeah.
When you make a mistake, how do I do the next one better? Not, oh, I made a mistake. You know?
Yeah.
All right, we gotta beat that 140, dude. So, Kian's goals are to be better today, or be faster, be ready for a race today. All lessons are private and tailored to the rider or the group. It could be one rider or it could be a whole friend group, but it's tailored to that private goal, right? It could be wheelies, it could be being faster, but that's why it's all private lessons. Today we're getting faster. 140.43. You know what that means?
I have to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I messed up. I came out of a rut over here.
I saw I had like a double clutch, a throttle chop. Redo. I'm also mainly technique focused, finding control to gain speed, gaining confidence with control, efficiency. Kian has done a lot of training with me, and he's got his heels down, his knees back, his hinge in the hips. We're trying to regrip his hands, but he's got his timing of pushing into the outer peg and leaning the bike. We would typically start there. We typically start technique focus and then switch into this throttle and aggression. 139.7.
Still beat 140.
You did, and you were at a 157. 150 today, but a 157 a few days ago. It's a wrap, Kian, for this YouTube video. You still got more training. Today was a little more sprint speedy, and normally I'm all about technique and body, huh? Gotta let the YouTubers know. He's got years of technique and body to now run some sprints. The mental side of the sport. On our way home, we found some logs in the desert, and Kian wanted to hop them, which he does well. But I said, now do it backwards. He's intimidated. Yep. It's the same either way, but mentally, so much more intimidating hitting the logs the opposite direction.